But overall, are there any other tips for everyone as they're doing their taxes? Any tips that they
Yeah.
wouldn't find online or alpha tips?
I think, the first one's probably just keep really good records. Um, Obviously, you know, one of the best ways to do that is to use software like Coinly. But even if you don't, download the CSV files from exchanges and so on. Um, one of the examples why that's so important is you just have to look at the FTX scenario, right? Where effectively the whole exchange went down in the space of a day, and people with funds in there couldn't, extract records to prove that, they may have had losses. And if you do make capital loss claims, you have to actually justify that or evidence that if IRS request. So, records are really, really important, as well as, understanding what your number is that goes into your tax return. They can ask at any point, please explain.
Right.
Um, the other, the other kind of thing to consider is um, loss harvesting strategies at the moment. So, how can you offset your losses against any current or future gains? Um, to do that, you actually need to record your losses in the tax return. And to understand that, you'll need to kind of keep the records, actually kind of work through your taxes. Because a lot of people are thinking, well, why am I even bothering with tax if I'm, in a loss position right now? So that's a really important tip is just you actually do need to do your taxes if you want to claim that relief. So yeah, that would be another tip. There are some elements that are tax free as well. So if you're, hodling crypto and you haven't actually made a sale, you won't actually be up for tax if it's just an unrealized position in your portfolio. You actually have to sell that asset or exchange it for another crypto to actually then work out if you need to pay tax or not. So if you are a hodler, the chances are it's very simple. Um, and also if you're buying crypto, you don't have to pay tax when you actually purchase crypto.
Got it. Nice. So yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good explanation of like exactly what people need to consider when they're doing their taxes. Um, are there any other final tips that you have aside from that? I mean, yeah, I feel like you covered just the main ones, but any like one TLDR from this entire spaces that you would give to someone?
Yeah.